Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering the Djvu ransomware family continues to grow with EIJY Ransomware. Di06.biz requests permission to show notifications and then bombards users with alerts and pop-ups. And Adware is associated with Browser Hijackers. EIJY Ransomware is another addition to the prolific Djvu ransomware family. Like other associated variants, it mostly spreads via unreliable downloads, phishing emails, social engineering scams, and questionable advertising content. EIJY ransomware operators are looking to extort victims for a quick payoff by locking their files and then demanding a ransom payment for file decryption. Most file types can be affected by this ransomware encryption, including photos, music, documents, and videos. Unfortunately, a decryption tool that would unlock files encrypted by EIJY ransomware is not available at the moment, and the only reliable way to recover affected files is to restore them from a backup. It is also possible to use alternative data recovery options, but there's no guarantee that alternative data recovery tools will unlock all the encrypted files. After completing the file encryption on a victim's computer, EIJY ransomware appends the affected files with the .eijy suffix and drops a ransom note on the user's desktop in the form of the _readme.txt document. The ransom note, which asks the victim to pay $980 for file decryption, also provides the contact information to communicate and ask hackers any questions. The victims are asked to establish communication via support@bestyourmail.ch and support@sys@airmail.cc. Victims who respond within 72 hours are offered a 50% discount on the ransom. Additionally, should victims contact the criminals through the emails, they will be told to send one file to the attackers to have it decrypted for free. The hackers actually do this to prove that they can unlock the victim's files upon paying the ransom. Although cooperating with the cybercriminals behind EIJY ransomware may feel like the easiest way to solve your problem, you should keep in mind that they will not help you for free, and paying does not guarantee that you'll get your files back or even receive any decryption tools. Dealing with the EIJY ransomware infection. If you get infected with EIJY ransomware, you should scan for the related files using a reputable anti-malware tool. Additionally, to mitigate possible damages in a future ransomware attack, you should keep backup copies of your valuable data on an external disk or cloud drive. Over the past few years, dubious websites that are associated with Adware, Browser Hijackers, or other potentially unwanted programs or pups have been using push notifications to obtain certain permissions on users' browsers. For example, to display third-party ads or to modify browser settings. If users allow these push notifications, they will notice that their computer begins to display notifications that may lead them to questionable websites. One website that has been observed executing this strategy is Di06.biz. Di06.biz is thought to be of little value or a dependable website to a computer user. If you notice that your computer is loading Di06.biz automatically as the default homepage, then somewhere down the line you may have installed Adware, a browser hijacker, or a potentially unwanted program or pup. This may have occurred if you typically download or install freeware or bundled software applications obtained from unreliable sources, so you should exercise particular caution when surfing the net for free programs. One way to mitigate the risk of installing adware, browser hijackers, and pups is to always choose the advanced or custom installation option that will allow you to choose to install only the programs you intended to install in the first place. Adware and browser hijackers both share similar behaviors and are generally spread via similar techniques. Some of these behaviors include a plethora of new advertisement pop-up and banner ads suddenly appearing on your screen, your browser's default homepage changing without your permission, and websites redirecting to sites different than the ones you actually intended to visit. How do I remove adware or browser hijackers from my computer? We strongly recommend removing the adware, browser hijackers, or pups that may cause redirects to sites like Di06.biz by using a reputable malware remediation tool. To prevent the installation of potentially unwanted programs in the future, you should practice good web surfing habits like avoiding questionable freeware sites, torrent pages, and other websites that may host unreliable software. ActarPluckThis.com is a website that is associated with browser hijackers. Some of the telltale behavior patterns associated with a browser hijacker are unwanted pop-ups, advertisements, and website redirects you experience while browsing the internet. Additionally, the presence of a browser hijacker like the one associated with ActarPluckThis.com may result in changes to your default homepage, primary search engine, and the use of your browser to promote specific sponsored sites. You may have unwittingly come across the browser hijacker associated with ActarPluckThis.com if you typically download and install freeware or bundled software applications obtained from unreliable or third-party sources. Therefore, you should exercise particular caution when surfing the internet for free programs. One way to mitigate the risk of installing browser hijackers is to always choose the advanced or custom installation option that will allow you to select and install only the programs you intended to install in the first place. Browser hijackers like the one associated with ActarPluckThis.com affect most of the popular browsers including Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, or possibly Safari. Once installed on your computer, browser hijackers may bombard your screen with advertisements. Browser hijackers are also known to generate revenue for their operators by redirecting a user to a specific sponsored website. How do I remove the browser hijackers associated with ActarPluckThis.com from my computer? We strongly recommend removing the browser hijacker associated with ActarPluckThis.com by employing the use of a reputable malware remediation tool. To prevent the installation of potentially unwanted programs like browser hijackers, adware, or any other pups in the future, you should practice safe web browsing habits by avoiding questionable freeware sites, torrent pages, and other websites that may host unreliable software. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like SpyHunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. SpyHunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. SpyHunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the SpyHunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. SpyHunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download SpyHunter today. Thanks for watching.